What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Sent to the Marvel Universe. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, don't worry, he will return back to Naruto Universe. And yeah, it's going to be a story because I just slept throughout the whole day. I don't know how. I even went to bed like at 10 p.m. in night time. It was the most earliest I went to bed and I just slept throughout the whole day. I literally just woke up and it's like 5 p.m. the next evening, and now I have like 2 hours to put together a story. So yeah, this is the best I could scramble up with in a rush. So I hope you enjoy this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and please do comment down below some of your anime suggestions as well as manga suggestions. I'm all ears except for One Piece. And yeah, moving onwards, please do give me some of your ideas to make it into short movies or movies. Really love you guys. Stay safe, stay warm, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins on October 10th in nighttime in Konoha, Gakure no Sato. It was supposed to be a peaceful night, but everything went to hell when the Kyuubi no Yoko emerged on the outer skirts of the village and attacked them. The shinobis rushed to the front lines to defend their home under the command of the third Hokage, while waiting for their current Hokage Minato Namikaze, wondering what went wrong, but also having hope that they will be able to survive and live throughout this nightmare and tonight as well. While on the other side of the village, we see that Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, aka the Yellow Flash, was busy fighting and holding his own against a new threat that claimed to be Madara Uchiha, and that was the one behind the Kyuubi attack that was going on. You see, today was supposed to be the happiest day in Minato's life. Today was supposed to be the birth of his children. Everything went well, and even the birthing process went well. And after that was the time when everything went to hell, as literally everyone there, alongside the wife of Hiruzen Saruto, Biwako-sama, were killed by the said man, and he demanded Kushina, the current Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko, and his aim was the Biju. He even threatened to use the kid as a hostage that was just born and was an infant baby. Minato had no choice but to give up his wife, and currently he was battling against the said man after saving and securing his children and his wife as well. As now we see, both of them were panting heavily as the man was injured by a Rasengan from Minato, which he landed on him using the Harashi no Jutsu. As the man then said, I must admit, I expected no less from the Yellow Flash, but you forgot about one thing. And what might that be? As that is when he heard a huge roar of the Biju, as his eyes widened, as he turned around in a hurry to see that the Biju was throwing shinobis like ragdolls left and right with a single sway of his hand. Damn it. As the man began to laugh. You see, Minato, now you have a choice. Go and save your men or fight me. What is it going to be? As the man, looking towards Minato, who was in a bit of thought, then said, I guess it is your men then. As he began to disappear, we shall meet again, and mark my words, I will take the Biju tonight. As with these words, the man disappeared. Taking his mind off of him, Minato gathered his thoughts as he arrived towards the Hokage monument, as he began to take in the scene that was going on. Alright, I guess there is no other choice. I have to do it. As now we see, he arrived at a safe house where he left his wife and children, his triplets, 2 redheads like his wife and 1 blonde-haired kid like himself. His 3 kids, Menma, Mito, and Naruto. Naruto being the youngest. As Kushina in a weakened state then asked, Minato, the Biju, I can sense it. Yes, there has to be a choice. I can be a Jinchuriki again. Not in your state, Kushina. You will end up dying, and I'll be damned if I allow you to kill yourself like this. There is no other choice. I have to do this. I have to use the Hakefuin. No, Minato, stop. What? Why? Kushina, there is no other way. I have to save the village. You will live on. That for both of us. For our kids as well. You'll be the parent, both father and the mother. I don't want to be that. I want you to be here. And that is why I have been working on, knowing that you will use that seal. I have been working on this. What is it? It is the 10 pentagram seal that was used on me, but a more modified one. It won't harm neither of the kids, not even Mito. Really? It will take a bit of your chakra and life force, but it won't kill you. I promise you that much. All right. I'll use it then. You're fully confident in it, right? As Kushina nodded. As after agreeing to that, Minato took his children using a clone and disappeared. And before arriving, he used a clone to summon Gamabunta, as now he was standing on top of Gamabunta's head with his clone. Huh, kid? What the hell is going on here? What is this enormous chakra? Wait, is that the Kyuubi no Yoko? What is going on here? That is going on here. Somebody attacked and freed the Biju from my wife. We have to take him down, or you have to hold him long enough so that I can seal him away in my children, making them the new Jinchuriki. Alright, kid, but that is the Biju I'm fighting, and the strongest one at that in the whole elemental nation. I don't know how much time I can buy you, but I'll try my best. So do what you gotta do, kid. As now we see, Minato dashed towards the battlefield, arriving there with Gamabunta. As he prepared an altar, as Hiruzen arrived there, seeing that Gamabunta was aiding the shinobis. Minato, what the hell is going on here? I thought everything was right. I'll tell you everything later on. But for now, we have to prepare the seal to seal the Biju away. As Minato was just finished with making the seal on both Menma and Mito and was about to prepare the seal on Naruto, as the portal opened and a hand grabbed onto the blonde-haired infant child and yanked him into the portal. As Minato was shocked, and so was Hiruzen, was watching this. What? Naruto, no! As that is when Minato and Hiruzen both frantically looked left and right to find any source of what has happened here. As that is when they heard a familiar voice, or Minato did at least. I told you, Minato, I will be the one taking the Biju home tonight. Choose. Are you going to seal the Biju, or do you want your children to live? As Minato was again frozen. On one side was a whole village, and on the other was his son. Wait! Minato said, I'll do it. As soon as he brought the kid near, Hiruzen charged at him alongside with Minato, and at that time, the man, although injured, distanced himself with the help of his ally that appeared there in a Venus flytrap-like, emerging from the ground, half black, half white, with green hair and yellow eyes. Ah, Zetsu, just in time. I am sorry, Madara-sama, for the delay, as Hiruzen was shocked. Madara? So you finally realize who I am, Hiruzen Sarutobi. A mistake by my subordinate, but nonetheless, you were going to find out soon. It cannot be. He was killed by Hashirama-sensei. Then why am I here? He said as under his mask they witnessed the Sharingan. It cannot be. It really is his Sharingan. It is impossible. As now we see, that man looked towards Minato next. For this, I am going to punish you, Minato. As now we see, another child was yanked as Naruto was thrown in a portal as the portal disappeared. One of your child is lost. No! Naruto! Now, the other one's fate lies in your hand. What is it going to be? As unknown to both of them, that is when a white-haired man appeared wearing wooden sandals. Rasengan! As two Rasengan in both of his hands slammed into their backs as the baby was flown into the air as Minato grabbed it. As Hiruzen and Jiraiya, who arrived at the battlefield, stood beside Minato. Leave them to us, Minato. Prepare the seal. Aye. As now we see, Minato finished the seal and sealed the Biju in both of them, splitting them in both Yin and Yang and the soul in Yin and Yang as well, making two Jinchurikis instead of the three. As seeing that the mission has failed, the masked person began to disappear alongside his subordinate as he said, Mark my words, Minato. I will return, and you will pay for this humiliation tenfold. I'll be waiting for you here, you bastard. And next time I see you, I'll rip your head apart with my own hands. As Minato was enraged, at the same time saddened. As everyone began to cheer, but not Hiruzen, as well as Jiraiya, as they stood solemnly there. Minato, I am sorry that it happened to your son. He was not only my son, he was Kushina and mine. What am I gonna say to her? I promised her I'll make sure our children are safe. I don't know how to face her, Sensei. I did not thought of that. We'll find a way to find him. Even if it means I have to search each and every stone in the whole elemental nation, I'll find him, Minato. I promise you that much. Seeing Minato in this state that was the closest things to his son, Jiraiya bowed to him. Sensei, not only him, I promise you as well, we'll try our best, with the help of shinobis and all that, to find your child. As for Kushina, we will be the one alongside you to tell her. As later that night, when Kushina was told that Naruto was lost in the elemental nation, she fell down to her knees and broke down, hugging both of her other children, as if she has lost half of herself, because she lost her infant child. As Minato, he looked like a dead person walking, because it was like his soul died at that night. As taking him to the side, Hiruzen then said, Minato, I know that you lost your child, but remember this, you still have two to live on for. We will try our best to find him. What's the point? That was a time-space jutsu. I don't even know where he might end up, and who knows? If not by someone, if by not even by a wild animal or so, he might die out of hunger or even cold out there. We might be even late when we find him. We still have to try. We will try our best. As after that we see Hiruzen called for Anbus, as he sent them out across the whole elemental nation, as Jiraiya also left at the same time to search for his god's child, Naruto. As now we go towards where Naruto landed, as now we see the time-space portal opened, as it was near a car crash where, due to a bright light, a man with a metal arm was disoriented and knocked out cold, as those who were crashed in the car were none other than the Starks, mainly the father of Tony Stark and the mother of Tony Stark. As seeing him as a miracle, both of them, even though wounded, decided to pick him up, as they decided to adopt him, and that was the turning point in the life of Tony Stark and Nathan Stark, said Howard Stark, naming his youngest son. As now we have a time skip. Time passed as Howard and his wife died in a plane crash, as Tony, still being orphaned alongside his brother, became each other's support and lived out their lives as the two billionaire philanthropist geniuses as they were. As even though Tony was the one who was a playboy, Naruto was the one who was focused on keeping their father's legacy alive. The first betrayal came to them as their partner Obi was the one who betrayed them, using his brother's tech that he made while he was kidnapped in Afghanistan as a weapon to be used against them. But thankfully his brother, a genius, became Iron Man, a hero of his own right. Following his suit was Naruto himself, who, using the arc reactor of his own, was able to create a much better version of the said suit. But both brothers fought on the color, so yeah, they had to go with the same color, becoming the Iron Brothers, the Iron Men. As soon after that, Nick Fury came to make sure they joined the new force that they were going to create, the Avengers. And soon, one after the other, they faced threats like Loki, an Asgardian god, who was the brother of Thor, who joined on the Avengers later on. And soon after that, they faced Ultron, the creation of his brother, Tony, who wanted to put the Earth around an armor. But even with the help of Avengers, they were able to defeat it. And then came the reason the team split up. Civil war between them happened, and Tony and Nathan fought on the same side. As now we see, time began to pass by, and finally, the Infinity War happened. Thanos arrived, and he erased half of them. Thankfully enough, both of the brothers were able to survive, but their friends, even Pepper, was erased. As now we see, both Tony as well as Nathan was quite down a bit, but thankfully some of their team members were still there. Nathan's Nathan's closest friend or little brother, known as Peter Parker or the Spider-Man, which was under the care of his older brother Tony, was also turned to dust alongside with Nick Fury and many other important figures. And so, for years they searched for Thanos, and once they found him, as a whole team together, they killed him, as Thor this time went for head. But it was already too late. Thanos has destroyed the stones after fulfilling his mission, which was to equalize life and death in the whole universe. But then, with the help of Doctor Strange, they came up with an idea of time travel, going back in time, alongside with the help of Ant-Man himself. Tony thought this was a ridiculous idea and didn't want to risk it, but at that night Nathan was in the lab and searching for a ways to time travel, and soon Tony joined in and helped him out in solving the equation, as both of the brothers discovered for the first time jumping, and now with the help of pin particles they were able to do what they were meant out to do. As the next morning they tested it out, and after a few bits of failure they were able to succeed, as now we see they had only one trip each to go. As the stones were scattered out in multiple timelines, they had to go there and make sure once everything is returned to normal, they make another trip to make sure everything was done for. And this time around, Hulk and Nathan was chosen to go back in time to take the time stone from the Chosen One. As now we see, as both of them went to their trip, they were able to locate the Chosen One. As Hulk tried to take the stone from her after explaining that it was Strange who gave the stone away to Thanos, as the Chosen One was quite shocked. But before that she had a vision about Naruto as soon as they shake hands, as she then said, "Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze." Sorry, what? Said Nathan. You're Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, the child of prophecy of your own world. I'm sorry, what is going on here? Bruce? I'm sorry, Chosen One, but I think you're mistaken. This is Nathan Stark. I know. It is his name in this world, but you are not meant to be even here. You are an anomaly. The one who shouldn't have been erased, your brother's wife, Pepper Potts. She should have been here, but due to you being here, you were able to live, and she disappeared when Thanos used the stone's power, didn't it? How do you even know that? Said Nathan. She used the time stone to see our future, didn't you? Said Bruce, coming up with a conclusion with his brain. I did, but I also saw your future, Naruto. My name is Nathan, for the last time. Then explain this. As the time stone was given towards him, as Nathan looked shocked. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I kind of do look like an Asian. And I know I'm adopted, but still, don't you think it is rude to say that I'm not even from this world? Clearly, lady, I am human and I'm from this world. You don't understand. Even though you look human, you bleed like us, but you are different. This world doesn't have your strength, the strength of your people that they use in the combat. You have to learn that once you arrive there. You have to go, or otherwise not only this world, but your own world is in danger. You must hurry. I will be waiting for your answer once you return with the stone. As now we see, the stone was given to them. As Nathan grabbed the stone, he saw the visions of a blonde man and an old man, and a white-haired man, as he was snatched away by a masked person. As he said something in Japanese that he somehow was able to understand. Mark my words, Minato. The next child will go to hell straight. As he saw a red-haired baby that resembled him a bit. As Nathan gasped as he found that both he and Bruce were back in their own timeline. Nathan, wake up. You're scaring me. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, Bruce. Here you go, take this. As now we see Nathan began to walk away as Steve then asked, "Is everything alright with him, Dr. Banner? Why is he acting like this?" "Yeah. Nathan, come here. I'm busy, Tony. I need to clear my head." Something happened, didn't it?" "Yes, something did happen." And after everything was explained by Bruce, Tony looked still as everyone looked towards him. "Tony, you know something, don't you?" said none other than Black Widow herself. "Yeah, I do, Natasha. My father found him on accident. The night they were in an accident on a car crash. They found him. I was a kid at the time, and my father said he appeared in a blinding white light. So there is a possibility that he is from a different time. I don't know what to say. I mean, he is my brother, and I want him to stay here. But she said that the whole world is at stake. He's the child of prophecy who's prophesied to save their world. You know that, right? And he's important to them as well. He is important to me. He is needed here with his family. I don't care about some time. I need my brother, Tony. We'll talk about this later. Right now we need to take care of Thanos first," said Steve. "Yeah, we only have one shot at this." As now we see, as Thanos' trajectory changed towards the future to arrive and face them all, we see that, unknown to everyone, that day when the conversation was being told by Tony himself, Nathan heard everything. "So my name is Naruto, not Nathan." Throughout the whole battle, he was in deep thought. As the whole battle continued, as the war continued between the Avengers that united with the Wakandan soldiers as well as Asgardians and many others that went against Thanos' army and himself, he was still in thoughts. But due to his lack of focus there, he witnessed something horrific. The death of his brother, who sacrificed himself, saving millions of lives, but erasing Thanos instead, using and wielding the stones themselves. But due to Thanos slashing his stomach with his own blade, he was bleeding out, and he died. As now we see, Nathan fell down to his knees, tears in his eyes. No. As some tried to comfort him, while some tried to look at Tony. As after that we see a huge amount of time passed as the funeral was being held. As Pepper stood near the Stark building, as they were about to make a trip back to their own, to return the stones back to their own timeline. As we see, "I know what you have decided. I listened to everything from Steve. You're planning to go back to your timeline, are you not, Naruto? So you do know my name, huh? I guess everyone does. Well, you got Bruce to thank for that." "Yeah, listen. Before I go, Pepper, I'm so sorry. I wish I could. You couldn't have done anything. It was Tony's decision to protect you and every one of us. I know it is sad that he isn't here to see what is going on, but he would have been happy, and he wouldn't have wanted you to have this. His new suit that he was working on, the same one with the nanotech. I think he wanted you to carry on his legacy and be the Iron Man of that world, because that world needs it." As Naruto, with tears, took it as he placed it on his chest. "I'll keep it close, I promise." As now we see, after wearing the suit that allowed them to travel through time-space, he arrived there alone. "This is a one-way trip." "Listen, kid," said Steve. "I know you're gonna return to your own time. We're gonna miss you, buddy. All of us will." As Naruto nodded, "I'm gonna miss you as well. And don't forget, even though that is a different timeline and dimension, I'll find a way for us to meet again, my friend." Naruto," said Thor. "Never change, Thor. Never change." He did, Bruce. "I'm gonna go out with a bang. as now we see he disappeared. As now we see the chosen one was waiting for him at the same rooftop as Nathan stood in front of her. So it seems you have chosen your side, Naruto. I'm willing to return. I have nothing left here. Not in my timeline. Everything is saved, but at what cost? Sometimes you have to pay the ultimate cost for the ultimate things. But that is what makes us human. Go and fulfill your destiny, Naruto Uzumaki. And Nathan Stark. As Naruto was then given a portal by the Chosen One, as Naruto entered into a huge forest. As now we see, Naruto was wondering what is going on here and where he was. As now we see, he needed a higher ground to see what was going on, so he brought out the suit badge and placed it on his chest and double tapped it as the nanobot suit began to appear. As soon as it did, Friday appeared. Master Nathan. Correction, Naruto. It is finally nice to meet you again. Huh. It's nice to meet you again, Friday. But you can call me Nathan as well. Kind of reminds me of home, you know. Alright, Master Nathan. Well, what can this suit do? Everything. As after the explanation went on, something caught Naruto's eyes. What? Unlimited sourceful energy? Of the arc reactor? How is that possible? As the whole mechanism was explained to him, he was shocked that he basically carried a thing on his chest that could power the whole earth endlessly without being harmful in nature, and nobody had to pay anything for the energy that they consumed. Leave it to my brother. Even in that, he still shocks me, and his genius surprises me. But then again, he was the real Stark. Let's fly and see something from higher ground. As now we see, Naruto took a flight in his new suit. As the red and gold armor shone in the bright light, we see that his armor picked up huge signatures of fight going on, of great magnitude nearby. It was the Akatsuki attack that was going on in Konoha. As arriving in midair, Naruto used his beam cannons to fire at the Akatsuki members, burning huge holes through them. As he landed there, in a hero-like entry, as everyone was shocked. What the hell? What is that thing? That thing is called Iron Man, said a voice from within, as he blasted out the whole Akatsuki members. As seeing that they had huge gaping holes from the beams fire from its hands, the war was over even before it began, as the whole village was in shambles and destroyed. And as for the Hokage, he was wounded alongside many others. As the two redheads appear, who was fighting with their eyes being different. What? Their eyes are different somewhat. Who are you? Identify yourself. As Naruto double tapped his blade, as they all were shocked at what they witnessed. Everything disappeared as the plate itself remained intact to his chest. As Naruto lifted up his hands. Hold on. I don't want to fight. My name is Nathan Stark. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. As Naruto witnessed that both of the redheads were now, instead of looking hostile, looking at him in deep shock. And not only them, a blonde-haired man with tan skin and blue eyes like him, and a red-headed woman with beautiful violet eyes and pale skin were looking at him with shock. Naruto, as they dashed towards him and gave him a tight hug, as they were in tears. But before that, anything could happen. Minato then said, "We need to confirm that if you are our son, please come with us." As after the blood test was confirmed by Tsunade herself, they were literally in tears and in happiness, as the village, while being saved itself, was also one thing. The other thing that had made the Uzumaki Namikaze family the happiest of the all was that their son returned, after what seemingly looked like 18 years or so. As after that we see, back at their home, which was now a makeshift tent, Naruto explained his whole life to them and even showed them the genius his brother was, and how they fought against, how he fought against a war, and during that war he found out about them. It is magnificent to see that there is other timelines and realities. And he fought with literal gods? Yeah, one of them is even my friend. His name is Thor. He's the god of thunder and all that. Huh, amazing. That world seemingly look amazing. Yeah, but I have the knowledge and means to get you up to par with them. I'll be able to help. As after that, the council meeting was arranged and Naruto was revealed to them. As Danzo in particular wanted his weapon to be weaponized by whole Konoha, but Naruto declined, saying that the whole nation there wanted his weapon, but he declined, saying that it was a part of him. But he will help them in advancement. And now, after his arrival, within 4 years, the whole elemental nation witnessed a great marvel happening in Konoha, as even the snow country was left behind in dust, as Konoha was the new utopia between the iron buildings as well as nature in itself, as the life in itself within these 4 years have changed, as Naruto has made knowledge as well as a lot of things changed in the village, and was seen as a messiah of a sort in the whole village, and was well respected. And it was to such extent that even the snow country wanted to know about their secrets, but they couldn't, as the other nations, setting aside their hatred for Konoha, moved for alliances so that they too could finally meet with this Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Stark, who carried on his brother's legacy even to this world, and due to him the peace was prevailed. But even after that, 5 years passed and the Otsutsuki's attack, but they did not see that coming but was waiting for them. What happened was they were nuked instantly, with the barriers erupting everywhere from the barrier attack that Naruto gave to each and every village. And in this way, him being the Iron Man, known as the Iron Shinobi in the Bingo book, was able to take down all of the Akatsuki members without taking their karma seal, because there were no way they would place it on a dead thing that was on the outer layer of Naruto's body. And plus his suit was nanobots were vibrating against in such frequency that no thing could stick on it. So, in this way, Otsutsukis for the first time without any chance of revival were beaten and killed, and the others who witnessed this retreated back, forever vowing to never return and mess with the Iron Shinobi that they witnessed, being the protector of the said planet. And as for his family, they were happiest of the all, to see that the true child of prophecy and their son, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Stark, has returned, savior of the both worlds, completing his legacy. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!